How's it going, everybody? Dust on the Moon here. Going to go over all the games that happened on Tuesday night. There were only 5 games. Let's get into it. The first game is between the Jazz and the Nets. The Nets were without Kevin Durant due to contract tracing of COVID, so he's gonna be out for at least a week. I look at the schedule. It's not too bad because Nets got two back-to-backs. KD's gonna miss 2 of them anyways. So really, you're really missing out. I guess two games of value of KD, but obviously you still want him to play those 2 games. But it's not the worst case scenario. Uh, Jazz got destroyed, 130 to 96 to 130. Donovan Mitchell is the only guy on the team that didn't really shoot the ball particularly well. That's around his average. 45% went to the line 10 times. 31 points, but he was a minus 24. 4 points. Oh, sorry, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. No defensive stats. One thing about Mitchell, I think his first year he was averaging like 1.5, 1.6. Same thing with his second year. And last year his steal numbers dropped off a bit. This year he's like averaging around 1. If he can push up to 1.5 a game, that would help his value immensely. He's only 6'1", but got 6'8", 6'9" wingspan, so he should be getting those steals pretty easily. If he's trying on defense. Mike Conley didn't really shoot the ball well. Well, nobody on the Jazz really did. 3 for 10, but those 5 assists and 1 steal still nice. Rudy Gilbert, double-double, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, 2 blocks. And Bogdanovic, yeah, I talked about him earlier. He is not going to have the same level of production he had last year with Mike Conley, playing like shit. He also had a wrist injury. I don't know if that affected, his shot in any way. But he's just not going to average 20 points this year. 17 points is doable, we'll see. Joe Ingles, you mainly get him for some assist. He's not doing that. Jordan Clarkson, just the same stats every time. 12 points, took 13 shots. On the Nets side, without KD, Kyrie just too good. 12 for 19. If this guy's healthy, he's easily top 10 at a per game basis. 29 points, 5 assists, 3 steals. Just overall very, very efficient. But this guy, I guess, is not going to the free throw line as much as other, I guess, top players like a Trae Young or Harden. He likes to, doing all that fancy moves and fancy dribbling to avoid contact for the most part. It's really nice to see Jarrett Allen getting 31 minutes. It's gonna be really scary playing on this team as a center on this team, playing 30 plus minutes, because you're gonna get a lot of easy shot, easy putbacks playing with KD and Canary. 8 for 9, 18 rebounds. Free throw, 3 for 7, just a 1 bad game. 19 points and 18 rebounds, 3 steals and 2 blocks. So if you had this guy, for some reason he was dropped or whatever, he's gonna have top 50 value easily, playing 30 plus minutes a night. While DeAndre Jordan, their beloved friend, beloved, KD and Kyrie's friend, DeAndre Jordan only got 8 minutes. Let's see if this will be a trend moving forward. Don't think Allen will get 30 minutes every night, but 25 minutes is doable, and with 25 minutes, Jarrett Allen can do a lot. There's also usually their minutes is so interesting. Like the 2 center positions, these 2 centers, if you add up, equal to 40. So I don't know where the other 8 minutes go for the Nets. Everybody on the Nets, Karis LeVert with KD out had a pretty decent game. 24 points, 9 for 18, but yeah, you don't want to roster this guy. Nobody else on the Nets is interesting. The next game is the Lakers versus the Grizzlies. Lakers were able to, barely win. They didn't Lakers shot the ball pretty badly. So did the Grizzlies. AD and LeBron led the way as always. LeBron just filled up the stat sheet, pretty consistently scoring 25 plus, around 25 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He's been doing it for so many years. 1 steal, 1 block, 6 and over. Yeah, that's LeBron. AD has started playing better. This game got 3 steals and 3 blocks. Yeah, his defense stats are really, really valuable. That's why you draft this guy, right? That's why he's a top 2 player. Give you a 1.5 steal, 2.5 blocks on average. This is the second game giving you 3 steals and 3 blocks, 26 points. Just good efficiency across the board. 10 rebounds and 4 assists. Kuzma 30 minutes, didn't really do much. Dennis Schroeder, this guy mainly give you points and assists. And when he's shooting the ball really well, he's gonna give you 20 points. When he's not, he give you 12 and 6. Not really. He doesn't really give you a lot of defensive stats. I'll give you 0 here and a pretty high turnover and low efficiency on most nights. Montrezl Harrell, he's just not even getting 25 minutes in this game. It's really awkward with Harrell because if you drop him, he's gonna be like the best guy off the waiver wire, but he's not giving you enough production at the moment. You honestly are better off just streaming the spot. Really, he give you a field goal and some rebound, but you can actually find like Josh Hart, for example, give you more rebound on the waiver. Josh Hart is averaging 8 rebounds a game, so really he's just giving you the field goal. And in a week, you don't really need field goal. And he's pretty much a minus everywhere else. So yeah, tough to hold this guy. But if you drop him, he could easily be the best guy on the waiver wire. Marcus saw 18 minutes, not too interesting in him. In this guy, Talon Horton Tucker, been getting more minutes lately. We see him play in the preseason. There were a lot of hype around him in the preseason, but just not enough minutes. He does put up, his game is really fantasy friendly, getting the steals and blocks. A minus 22 in this game, and ironically, Kyle Kuzma is a plus 21, even though I don't think he does much to help the team win. On the Grizzlies side, they're still without their 2 best players, JJJ and Jamal Murray. Hopefully, JJJ, coming back soon around Martin Luther King Day, which is in 2 weeks. Want to see how he does this year. Valanciunas, just another Valanciunas game, double-double. Kyle Anderson did not have a good game. 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists and a steal. He was having a really good week last week. He was really, really strong, putting up like huge rebounding, assists, even 3-pointers, and scoring a bunch of points. Kind of fell off this week. Brandon Clark, 5 for 11, getting a lot of minutes lately. Just don't know when all the guys coming back, what role is he gonna play. It seems like Grizzlies got a lot of young guys, somewhat decent. Dylan Brooks just had another Dylan Brooks game, 5 for 13. 2 steals are nice, but this guy he averaged a lot. He averaged a lot of shots, don't really make a lot of them, but he give you decent points and threes. Tyus Jones, 3 for 8, but those you get him for his assists and steals. He give you exactly that. Gorgie Jane had a decent game, 6 for 8, 13 points, but not really interested in him. Desmond Bain, their coach mentioned, what's his name, Jenkins, mentioned that he likes the rookie Desmond Bain. 24 minutes in this game, 7 points, 1 steal. You can stream this guy if they have back-to-backs, but just not getting enough minutes at the moment. D'Anthony Melton came back from COVID and had a decent game, only 15 minutes, but this guy doesn't really need 20 minutes. He only needs 15-20 minutes to produce the steal and blocks numbers that you like, and 5 assists is nice. Yeah, if this guy get 25 minutes, he's a monster, but I don't think he ever well this season, given all the depth Grizzlies had at the guard position. And they also got Desmond Bain, Grayson Allen, so it's hard to find this guy a lot of minutes. But their coach did come out and say that he wants to give D'Anthony Melton minutes. Just not a lot, just around 20 minutes every game. So you can't stream this guy for now. Minnesota and Denver, they're still without Cat. He's week to week, so they're playing Malik Beasley a lot of minutes. For some reason, I guess he's a good shooter, can space the floor. 15 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. That's nice. No defensive stats, but you still want to roster this guy given the high minutes. D'Lo has been playing well the past 2 games. 33 points here, 11 assists, 2 steals. Went to free throw line 10 times. Surprisingly, hit 9 of them. Some good efficiency. So good to see D'Lo playing well, because he kind of struggled. Like 3-4 games back. That's when they tried to play Ricky Rubio and D'Lo, and D'Lo came out and said he wasn't really sure what his role on this team. Should he run the offense or should he just try and look for his own shot? Now that the role's pretty clear and he's playing much better, Ed Davis is not too interested. Honcho Vernon Gomez surprisingly played 34 minutes, popped off 25 points, but until he gets, he put up, couple of games like this together, you just want to leave him on wire. Joe Coleman, this guy just efficiency wise so bad, and he was a number 6 pick on the draft, so you can leave him on the wire. Nasri 10 minutes. Don't really worry about him. It seems like Minnesota went small for a long majority of the game. Their 2 centers played 23 minutes combined. I guess Jared Vanderbilt is a big man as well. He got 23 minutes, but the big man rotation on Timberwolves is too inconsistent at the moment. Anthony Edwards, the number 1 pick, 6'19", just efficient, just kills your efficiency. Give you some points, but that's about it. But this guy should put up defensive stats based on what I've seen. He's big, he's long, should get some defensive stats, but so far not much defense. Ricky Rubio, you can't drop this guy. Playing 25 minutes, the only thing he gives you is assist and some steals. Don't worry about this guy. On the Nuggets side, they're still without Michael Porter Jr. Hopefully he comes back this week. He should be out for a week, so Saturday is the targeting return date. He's been playing well so far. So is Nikolaj Jokic. Just averaging triple, only 6 assists this game, but just monster stats across the board. 15 rebounds, went to free throw line 12 times, took 20 shots. The old Joker, he would, around this time of the year, he probably take like 5 shots. But he took 20 here, 3 steals is nice, and a block. 35 point, He's been like a top number 2, number 3 guy so far this season. Jamal Murray, he had a good game last game. This game just 13 points and 3 assists. Jamal Murray, he somehow got defensive stats last year. He was averaging like 1.5. It's gone now, because other than last year, he was only averaging a steal. He was never a good steals guy. So if he's not getting those steals, he's not. There's not one category. His free throw is nice, but he doesn't go to the line a lot. He give you 5 assists and 18 points. So there's not one category that's really popping, and he doesn't give you all the stats due to his low steal rate. But Gary Harris, just not doing much. Will Barton played well, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. But Michael Porter Jr. is coming back soon, so he's not gonna get 35 minutes. Monty Morris, you stream this guy while Michael Porter Jr. is still out. Uncharacteristically 1 for 4 from the field. You may get this guy for assist, and he give you 3 steals. So that's real nice. That's it on the Denver side. The next game is the San Antonio Spurs versus the Clippers. They won 3 points. The Clippers were without Paul George. Kawhi played. This is I think first night of a back-to-back, so Kawhi's gonna sit tomorrow. DeMar DeRozan had a bad game, -20 while the Spurs won the game. 6.6 assists, but he's been really, really strong all season. So just have one bad game here. Keldon Johnson is just too good. 9 points, but gave you those 11 rebounds. And with Eldridge back, he still got his 30 minutes. He's gonna seems like get 30 minutes consistently moving forward. 11, and they want to develop this guy obviously. 11 rebound, 4 assists. Then Derek White is gonna be out. But even with White come back and playing 20 minutes that one game, he still got his he still had his high minutes, I believe. 1 block, 4 assists, just a monster. Eldridge came back from his ankle injury, 6'16", just the first game back, put up decent stats, 14 points and 6, but he should average around 19 points, give you 8 rebounds, while his minutes are back up. So I wouldn't, as long as he's healthy and playing, I wouldn't worry too much about Eldridge. But he's old, and if Spurs are out of the playoff picture, do they really want to play this guy? Devontae Murray, really strong game, 21 points, 5 assists, 2 steals. Took 18 shots, surprisingly, for Devontae Murray. And Lonnie Walker, this guy just don't really give you defense usually. Give you 2 steals and 1 block, but usually this guy doesn't give you any defensive stats. Paddy Miller had a good game shooting the 3-pointer, 8 for 12. Spurs shot the ball really well. 3-pointers, they shot 50%, because that's how they won the game. Jacob Perdo, not really interesting. His block numbers seem to be gone. He used to be a per minute blocks monster. Don't know what's changed. Rudy Gay, if you want all around nice stats, efficiency, you can stream this guy, but only for streaming. He's averaging like 20-25 minutes. On the Clippers side, Kawhi, huge minutes, 37 minutes, huge game as well. 30 points, 10 assists. Kawhi's gonna average 5 assists this year easily, as they don't have a point guard, a true point guard. So he and Paul George are running the offense. Only 3 rebounds, 2 steals and block. Per game basis, Kawhi has been a monster. Batum is just too good. 35 minutes. 20. Yeah, it seems like he's gonna get. Is Morris back? Morris is still not back. So I don't know what happens with Batum's minutes when Morris comes back, but Ty Lue seems to like this guy a lot, and he put up the stats: 9 rebounds, 3 assists, that's steal and block. 21 points this game as well. Serge Ibaka and Zubac. Yeah, you can't forget about Zubac. Just playing sub 20 minutes, and when he's playing 20 minutes, he's not doing anything this year. So yeah, forget about Zubac. Serge Ibaka also had a rough game. Did give you a steal and 2 blocks, but everything else is bad. Luke Kennard with PG out, played 37 minutes, 9 points, 4 assists is nice, 6 rebounds is nice, but this guy doesn't give you any defensive stats. And on most nights, he's not getting 37 minutes, obviously. Patrick Beverly had a really good game. Made 6 threes, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, and 20 points. Patrick Beverly has not been getting big minutes this year, averaging like 20-25 minutes. But if he gets 30 minutes a night, obviously this game Paul George is out. But if he gets 30, he will be valuable because he across stats. He give you stats across the board. Lou Will, drop this guy. Even with PG out, he's get 21 minutes. He's supposed to get a big bump when one of the guys is out, either PG or Kawhi, but doesn't look like the case this year. Reggie Jackson, no, forget about this guy. Let's go to the last game of the day. Chicago versus Portland. They came back. They were down 20 points, the Bulls, and they came back and win it. Portland this year has been a mess. Zach LaVine played 42 minutes, really strong game. 18 points, 9 assists is nice, and 2 blocks. Efficiency-wise, didn't really shoot the ball well, but they got the win. Kobe White, he's been putting up like really decent counting stats. 21 points as a point guard, little point guard. He grabs you. He gets a lot of rebound. Maybe due to his high minutes, because Sadorensky is out. He has to play he's been playing 38-39 minutes a night. 5 assists is nice, but he hasn't got. I have him in my league. He hasn't got a steal in like 7 games. That's actually crazy. Playing 35 plus minutes. I think he averaged around a steal last year, and not even like maybe like around 25 minutes or so. So yeah, hopefully he can get his steals back up. But it's a high variance stat. I don't know what's going on with Kobe White, but get some steals and and improving his efficiency as well. He hasn't really shot the ball well, because he has to last year. When he was playing, he doesn't have to worry about passing. Now this year he's the point guard, so he has to worry about setting his teammates up and looking for his shot. He did attempt 19 shots this game, which the most on the team. But yeah, overall strong game from Kobe White. Wendell Carter Jr. 25 minutes. He got 13 points and 3 rebounds. A steal and a block, which is rare for him. This guy, if you want to keep him, if you need some rebound, yeah, but he doesn't really give you anything else on most nights. Patrick Williams, his minutes have been done since Otto Porter came back, so this guy is hard to roster at this point. Doesn't give you his defensive stats are not that high, and his upside, I don't know. Just gotta wait. If the Bulls are out of the playoffs, yeah, pick up this guy. For now, no, because they're playing Otto Porter 28 minutes. Otto Porter, yeah, you gotta roster this guy at the moment. Even though Lauri Markkanen is out, a double-double. No defensive stats, but he's been shooting the ball pretty well, and really efficient guy. And that young, without Lauri Markkanen, he's gonna get like 20 minutes. Even when Lauri Markkanen comes back, I think, as a veteran on the team. You mainly get this guy for steals, didn't really give you steals, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 10 points. Other stats, decent. Garrett Temple played 28 minutes, 3 steals and a block. But yeah, this guy's minutes is too inconsistent. Daniel Gafford, for some reason, only got 9 minutes. And now on the Portland side, it's tough. Nurkic got 28 minutes. That's nice. 12 points. Yeah, this guy should produce. Given 28 minutes, I just don't know if he can produce, second or third round value. He probably needs 30 minutes to 30 plus minutes to justify his draft position. But still strong game, like 12 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. Can't really complain. No steals in the block. Surprisingly, 6 for 15. Only attempted 2 threes. Not sure why. I don't know who's bothering him in the paint. Can't be Wendell Carter, right? And CJ McCollum continues to play better than Damian Lillard. 21 shots made, 6 threes, 3 steals. Yeah, don't know what's going on with CJ this year. Just producing monster. Just like what's the guy's name now? On the Pacers, Malcolm Brogdon. The steal rate is insane. Over the years, he's like a .9 steals guy. This year, every time I look over, he's getting like 3 steals. Don't know what's going on. 4 assists is nice, 5 rebounds, 5 turnovers. But he's not outplaying, but his fantasy stats, his fantasy ranking is better. And I think he's playing better than Dame Time in real life as well. Just looking at the stats. Dame Time struggling shooting the ball, 9 assists and 24 points. No steals. Went to free throw line 11 times. This guy's so consistent every year. He's going through a shooting slump, but he'll be better. Derrick Jones Jr., the defensive stats is, real nice. 3 steals and a block, but doesn't really give you anything. But he seems to be getting high minutes. It's nice to see Robert Covington, the Lord, getting 36 minutes, 4 threes. Yeah, if he gets 35 minutes, those defensive stats will come. Just got to be patient. He's got a role on this team. Everybody else, Carmelo got 27 minutes, but this guy doesn't do much. That's it on all the games, only 5 games. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Do another recap. Bye, guys.